So, so basically, this guy just scared y'all. I was like, oh, but so basically, for this whole week, I looked, and first I said, oh, first the news said they're planning to ban TikTok from government phones. Then they wanted to ban it altogether. Then they said they wanted to ban it from schools. Then it's back to government. How do you guys feel about TikTok? Because I like TikTok.
The most obscure things that I type in, I can find it immediately. I don't know, like Google since like 2016. I don't know what's going on with y'all, but like the search inquiries, like you'd be typing stuff on Google and you'd be like, this is not related to what I want. Like so, I don't know.
Interesting.
Search inquiry sucks.
Dang.
It sucks.
I mean, I think.
Oh, it's like, no,
I'm not a fan of TikTok. I actually don't really follow it as much.
Really?
I don't use the platform really. I've posted on it before and I've used it, but I do not actually care for the platform myself. I think that is definitely a great space if you want to. It just reminds me of Vine. And that's what I was kind of like, we really got rid of Vine just for it to come back again.
Just longer clips, I guess?
Longer clips.
Yeah, and like you edit it.
Because Vine was at 15 seconds max, right?
And it was really more so for comedy. Like, it was storytelling and comedy when Vine was created.
Right.
TikTok now, what I actually am feeling a little bit more uncomfortable with is a lot of these lives that I keep hearing about.
Yeah,
and some obscure things be happening. Yeah.
There's TikTok,
yeah.
TikTok Live is a thing. That's
I love TikTok.
Yeah.
I've learned a lot. There's a lot of misinformation though. Keep in mind, but there's a lot of things I've learned from TikTok. A lot of topics I got from TikTok. The whole sunrise debacle was from TikTok.
It's literally, yeah. Okay, pause on that. So that's what we did last 2
weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, yeah. Yeah, it really spawned from
TikTok.
Right. And I feel like there's a lot of cool things that I've learned. Like even now, I haven't ate Chick-fil-A in a long time, but I've seen this thing on like people like Keith Lee is booming on TikTok for all these food things and stuff, like going to Five Guys and getting a grilled cheese sandwich with a burger in it, with the sourdough bread. Then I seen them make a Chick-fil-A thing where it was waffle fries,
okay,
the 10-piece nuggets, Chick-fil-A sauce, I think a honey mustard sauce from Chick-fil-A, and you like mix it together. It's something else you mix and you make like a bowl, and it's fire. It looks fire. Even with like, it is wicked. It looks wicked.
It's
like a salad, like a fast food salad.
Yeah, you lost me there. Yeah, salad. Yeah,
but like I've learned, like I've seen a lot of things because my algorithms is like MMA fighting, wrestling, Christian TikTok, little COVID controversy stuff. Sometimes they'll get into gaming, UFC, like sometimes like some realm, like Jamaica TikTok is amazing. Jamaica TikTok is amazing.
It's so nice that it, like the hashtag is what, like
it niches.
It's niches, yeah.
And at one point, I don't know if TikTok is like that again. I feel like it's changed. I feel like if you need like a rebrand or you need to like get out there, and it's like an unbiased, and it's just if your thing is good, everybody gets onto it or whatever. I think TikTok was the way to go.
Ooh,
because I felt like it was unfiltered. Like it wasn't like no business. I think now businesses are getting into it, but like before,
stuff like that,
it was untamed. Like anybody could go on it and be famous, and a lot of people, influencers, came from TikTok and did whatever they're doing, right? But then a lot of truth came out on TikTok.
Okay. So
like I feel like that's the reason for some of the ban.
Like at least like I can see that as a layer.
Because you have the censor bill going on, and they're talking about this whole censor bill and
the
whatever.
Bill.
I don't think you can control that on TikTok.
60 something.
I don't think you can control that on TikTok.
They can.
You could do it on Instagram. No, I don't, because they're asking. I think another thing they were asking about where's the data going and this, that, and the third.
Yeah,
I'm like,
because TikTok is
collection
owned by ByteDance, which is a Chinese company. ByteDance. So they're asking them like, hey, yo, what you doing with the thing? Yo, what are you?
I don't think it matters, but I like TikTok. I believe that there's more to, and plus, I feel like the thing about TikTok, there is some truth that kicks off on TikTok that I don't think you cover. Like Sunrise, if everybody's saying the same thing, or even if people say it differently, you'll see it on your feed sometimes. You know what I mean? And then that would be the thing that will just boom off, and the next thing you know, everybody knows the truth. Like, I didn't go on TikTok during COVID-19, but I can only imagine the things that you've seen. That's what it is for me.
So just a slight backup. The bill you're referring to is the C-18. So what Google was doing is they were blocking news sites from Canada.
Oh, okay.
If Canada, so if it's like Canada, if you pass the C-18 bill, we're gonna block your news sites. That's their way of like, hey, this like
Controlling what comes out or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, there's different places in the world that also do that. So like Russia, for example, have in place that. And the reason why I can say that is because if you're as a brand, I'm not allowed to advertise or sell in Russia. So they have some form of like blocks that they say, okay, you're not allowed to do this form of advertising, marketing, distribution of your branding. So I could see that.
Yeah, because I don't know, like I guess Russia and all those places, they look at the West a certain way. And I guess, you know, like the West construct is different from the East construct completely when it comes to certain things. Certain things are similar, or some, you know, propaganda and all them sitting there, and what they believe in to what they believe in. It's just what it is. You know what I mean? One thing I could say the benefit of TikTok is like the rebirth of like older tracks. Like sometimes they catch a leg and then they just, some tracks I never like heard, like Finesse, TikTok, Love, CK, TikTok,
right.
Some soca artists, TikTok, Valiant, TikTok, Skeng, TikTok to me, Skillibang, TikTok. Who else? A lot of artists just I feel like got their talent off of TikTok. Even a quote like just hits off on TikTok,
Right.
and then that's what happens.
Like one of the trends right now is a woman did before. I wish I knew her new username, but it's the hit 'em up where she's playing the background singer.
Oh, doom, doom.
And then a dude recently did it again, and some guy collaborated with him as the drummer. You were telling me the drummer.
Yeah.
So that he's playing the drummer. The screen is split, and you see the other guy
playing the bass or the background.
Playing the he was singing, and the guy that collaborated was playing the drummer. So it's cool. It looks like they're playing along with the music, and then he's doing his reaction, and then the guy's doing his reaction.
It's sick.
It's yeah.
The splicing.
And also, what was I gonna say? Like another thing I like about TikTok is just, I don't know, man. It's just a good platform to be informative on a lot of things. And there's a lot of creative things that's funny and all that stuff. I'll give it to that. But I do believe like when certain things they can't control,
Right.
they're gonna be like, yo. They're gonna be like, nah, we can't control this. And everybody has an opinion.
Right.
And certain people like cultural appropriation, certain things. Some people have TikTok court.
TikTok court. Okay,
Yeah.
that's.
But there was a whole situation where they weren't recognizing the original creators of certain things.
Yeah.
We slightly covered that actually. Yeah.
But they get to it though. When people start realizing, oh, you're stealing someone's idea,
Oh,
they flood your thing.
Oh shoot.
Some of them will flood your thing. I'm like, oh, you're a phony. That's not your stuff. Yo, we got that from thing or whatever. Like, there's a guy. It's so. What was this artist? I don't know who he was, but I keep hearing it now. It's like, yo, mama, I love you. You raised the gangster. Da 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 da. It's a song, yo.
Right.
But like, a bunch of people are doing that challenge on TikTok, and then next thing you know, some people only know your songs based off TikTok. They don't know the rest of your song.
Right.
There's a TikTok radio station on Sirius Satellite Radio.
Wait. Slow that down for people listening. There's a TikTok radio station.
TikTok Radio, Channel 4.
Really?
Channel 4 satellite. It's called TikTok Radio, and all the music that's on TikTok that's booming, it's on there.
Wow, they just said that we're making a radio station. Just
You might not even know all the songs, but you probably know one song, and then
the chorus.
yeah, and then
Or the loop.
mm-hmm.
really? Wow, that's
So-
now. It's good you brought up music too, because one of the cons, you know, the artist. What's her name? Hazley. Is that how you say it? Or Halsey. Jeez, but she's
Canadian?
no, she's an American singer. But she had an issue with the record label because they wouldn't release her album because the company kept forcing her or persuading her to like, no, you gotta do it. You gotta do a TikTok. You know. And she said, I don't want to do a TikTok. Like I don't want to do
Because
nothing.
a lot of people, a lot of singles blew up on TikTok.
But then but I don't know. I guess she views her artistry like a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
So when she's like, no, I'm not doing that, right? The label's like, well, your album's not coming out. So
Wow. Because she refuses to do a TikTok.
TikTok, yeah.
Allegedly, I don't know.
crazy.
I didn't
No,
know.
she put on her TikTok. Like I'll link the vid in the.
Oh.
She didn't want to distribute
It was,
music that way.
Hold on, let me get her name correctly.
But I don't think you should ban it though. I don't know what I'll do.
Yes, I think you should ban it.
Oh shoot, okay. This one.
Halsey.
Halsey.
I don't know her songs.
I know some of her songs. I don't know it off the bat, but if I hear it, I know it. I know her name though.
Nah, man. I don't think you should ban TikTok.
Yes,
believe you should.
especially in Canada for a bit.
Why?
Okay, let's.
Because we don't have anything of our own.
Oh, what do you mean?
It goes back to that
So
whole.
these on-curring theory, yeah.
That it goes back to our own. We don't produce our own art here, and that's one of the biggest issues that we are having. Where in order for you to get big anywhere, you have to leave the city before you can actually blow up. We are not producing and creating any foundation or money for ourselves creatively. So because we have other people coming in and infiltrating in our country every single time, and yes, this may sound a little nationalist, it may sound a little traditionalist, but it's definitely giving, like, I live here in Canada. I can't get funding from my own country for creative spaces because we are not supporting our own. America supports their own. They fund their own. China is funding their own.
And clearly, yeah.
We do not, and that's the reason why. Ban it for a bit. We need to live off of our own and look in the mirror for a little bit and see ourselves in our creative aspects.
Okay, then what the platform do they use to get the recognition?
Well, now you got to figure it out.
So just like detox.
Figure it out.
Pull it back.
So, but basically, is it saying to detox from like TikTok,
Basically Instagram,
YouTube,
Yes.
YouTube, sure.
basically Instagram,
Figure it out.
Facebook, yeah.
Produce something.
and go back to like CDs and passing it out?
Produce
Wait,
something.
whoa.
Because what platform are you going to use for
We ain't
people to
going
get
through
your
that again.
stuff?
Produce something.
No, I'm not. Okay, so you're saying
So,
to
like-
make a Canadian type
like
TikTok.
they started here. They call it like
Create any type of social platform that is sustainable for your
Like,
own. So you could actually compete with the rest of the world.
But here's the thing.
call it Red Sky, and then just be like, we're developed here.
Yeah.
We have our website. We have our app on the stores, Apple and Google.
Like the best way for me to describe Canada.
Infrastructure,
Yeah, Canada right now is like a kid with a silver spoon in their mouth and their parents took away their money. They can't survive on their own. They are literally living off of everybody else.
Let us know in the comments what you think. Is Canada living off everyone else? That includes the U.S., Britain, to name a few places.
Literally, their whole being. They can't run on their own. No offense.
So
but
are you saying it's like we have the talent?
We do.
we have the talent.
I may be saying the same thing, but I like the analogy. I don't think my brain is like getting it all together. But I might be saying the same thing you're saying. Because I was on a Twitch the other day, Vintage, and he was talking about things like this too. And so you're saying that we have the talent, but the city doesn't support the talent.
The city, the province, the
And
country.
I think they support the talent, but not in a financial sense.
Barely.
And that is a part of your economy.
Is the biggest issue.
That is the issue.
I feel like you need to be credited in the States and then come back for people to give you some type of recognition.
But
and it's still somewhat limited because it's like...
Yeah. Like, okay, prime example. The Juno Awards just happened the other day. Do you know any of the winners?
Yeah.
Damn, you stumped me.
And did you know the Juno Awards happened the other day?
Okay, I see
what you're saying.
I seen the date.
But here's the thing.
Where did it happen? Where did it take place?
Hold on.
I think Zensoul is one of them. Shout out to you. I think Zensoul is one.
Yeah.
Before we
that's the only one.
We make it sound like the Junos is an issue. Let's just be careful.
I know a few people
who
got into it and actually won. But that's because I actually know these people.
It's not like repeated. It's not echoed enough.
For me, I don't watch TV to know when the Junos start. So I don't know nothing about the Juno.
But you know when the Oscars are.
But I don't. Because I only knew from the slap.
Which is today, by the way.
But
I don't know when the
you said
Oscars today? I did not know that.
But you said you know because of the slap. Where did you see the slap though? Was it on TV or on social media? Exactly. Yeah, so this is what I'm trying to say. So just because you don't watch TV, you still got awareness of it through social media. Juno's Awards happened. Where was it actually put on the social media for you to know?
No, I seen it on social media.
But did you see it from...
I did not know. The thing about it, I know that it was on, but I didn't know when it was on, what channel.
Exactly.
Like that. I don't...
the lack of info.
You know what I mean?
I can't even pull a channel anywhere.
And the thing about it, last year when Will Smith slapped the man, I didn't know the Oscars was going on until the slap happened.
That's a fair point too.
Because that happened, when I say that slap that around the world happened so fast.
Because I'm on Twitter and they're like, "Oh, Chris Rock just got slapped by Will Smith." I'm like, "Wait." I'm like, "What?" They're like, "Oh, today's the Oscars." I was like, "Oh, okay."
That's basically what happened. Yeah, I did not know. I was going to bed. Right. And then I look at my timeline, one refresh, Chris Rock slap, Chris Rock. Oh, did that really happen? Clicked on my Android box. It was like weird. But my parents was watching it downstairs from like a different country. Right. So I ran downstairs. And I was just like, I'm like, what? So that's how I knew. It's not like I knew from like promotion.
Right.
Like for me, I would like for...
And even then, so you're still telling me about an aftermath or an event that happened in the actual activity. To this moment, do you know what happened in Junos?
But that's not a fair... For me, that's not a... The reason why it's not a fair statement...
Of course it is fair.
The reason why it's not
across the border. Why do you know more about across the border than you in your own country?
Let's be reasonable here. Because I don't know about the Oscars today. I knew there was Junos. I didn't know the day of Junos. I did not know the day of Oscars. But I'm speaking on last year that I knew the Oscars was on.
Because of something happening.
Because something happening.
Right, but every time something happens, you know what happens within those events. But here we have the Junos. That only happens once a year. That's one activity that we produce, eh? Mm-hmm. One.
It really, yeah, when you think...
What is so hard to know and follow with one activity? It's not like you're being challenged with so many things.
I think someone has to get slapped at the Junos.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. Like I don't think that's an even scale.
But it's like, our own. It's on our own floor. Like, how do you not know what's happening in your own house, but you can tell me about somebody else's house?
Because someone got slapped, and that's Will Smith.
But how do you?
That's Chris Rock.
But that's what I mean.
You gotta put that.
But the States is like the biggest media.
Right
on Earth.
Okay, cool.
But I still didn't know.
Still.
And at that time, I still didn't know the Oscars was on until I saw the slap.
Okay, but that still does not stop or mitigate the fact that why can you tell me about think of this like as a parent.
Okay.
Why can you tell me about somebody else's child, but you can't tell me about the same child that lives in the house with you?
Oh, shoot.
That's a problem. You could tell me about side effects, allergies, and blah, blah, blah about the next person's child. But I'm sitting here right in front of you. You can't tell me nothing about me?
I mean, that kind of happens all the time.
But that's the issue.
That happens.
But that is an issue.
That is an issue. But
that is an issue.
And that's what I'm trying to say. TikTok, yes, ban it for a bit.
I don't think that's...
Because that's somebody else's kid. It's not yours.
I understand having your own. That makes sense, having your own Canadian thing. I do believe, I don't know how it works, but I know for radio you have to play a certain amount of Canadian stuff.
50%.
Only half?
Only half, yeah.
I don't know how much it is, but you have to play a certain. Yeah, whatever. You have to play a certain amount of Canadian stuff, but
have to
you have to. But crazy. At the same time, if it's a top 40, they already reached their quota. That's one. If it's a top 40, they already reached their quota. They're not going down for underground artists like that.
Which is another big problem. Yeah,
there's like like maybe a TikTok based thing, or like Heartless K. I think it's Heartless K. Big on TikTok. Now I'm hearing them on the radio when I even take the chance to listen to the radio.
Right.
So it's like, yes, there's platforms, but I don't know if it's. Yeah, you may be right. It could be the infrastructure.
Yeah, our infrastructure's not really.
I do know the subpar. I don't know. I didn't know the Junos. I knew that the Junos is happening. I didn't know the date. I don't know where to watch it. I only knew a couple people that were nominated, but that the thing about it is like I only find that out on social media, and I'm not really like I don't see anybody promoting the Junos. But at the same time, on my page, my opinion, I don't see that much promoting the Oscars on my pages too. Like I would get nominees before for like, let's say a Grammy thing, but even so, I don't even get that. Like I hear that on podcasts.
Right.
So you're hearing.
I'm skipping over an ad, moving my thumb rapidly.
But that's still saying you've encountered it somewhere, somehow, some way. And then on top of it, you can still recall an activity that's happening somehow, some way. Like, regardless if it's an outroar of an event of something, you still heard of it. Mm-hmm. And that's what I'm trying to say. Like, there's only one thing you had to track here. One. And you still can't even track it. But you can tell me about the 10 other things that are being tracked over there. That's a problem. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. Like, and how do you expect people to take us seriously if you can't even follow your own thing?
Here's another thing, though. I understand that aspect. I believe there's a lot of good talent in Toronto.
Like this is like a recurring thing with us. We always say that.
There's great talent in Toronto, from podcasts, from
R&B artists,
rap artists,
reggae artists, dancehall artists.
There's a bunch of. There's a bunch of music, but I guess there's an infrastructure issue or whatever where when money comes to play, it's not really. It's one of those things that I don't know if it's like we're not loud enough that people don't pull us out. I don't know if it's taxes. No. I don't know if it's an infrastructure because a lot of people say you gotta leave and get your buzz out there and then come back.
I think people don't know how much it actually costs to live.
And it's a financial thing at the same time. There's not really... Some things are financial things, but at the same time, in the business standpoint, they need something back.
Right.
Like, it's one of those things that's just like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Because...
You know what's good? The thing with regarding TikTok, too, like, it's so booming that, like, people take TikTok clips and put them in other
people's stuff,
other social media platforms, right?
And at the same time, though,
because you have TikTok, you have YouTube Shorts, you got Facebook Shorts, you got Instagram Reels. Yeah. They had to kill Vine and Snapchat a little. No, they killed Vine. They kind of crippled Snapchat to get IG Reels. Mm-hmm. But TikTok is number one.
But at the same time, they stifled TikTok. TikTok was good at one point, but it's not what it was before because now. You have to think about it. Now, you can't afford to have everybody viral to go make their money somewhere else.
Oh, okay.
So it's like a business. So it's like, yes, TikTok, yes, they a lot of people went viral. Like, oh, this person's making money off of TikTok. This person is making, and they're sending you to their link. Oh no, we gotta dead this. We can't make everybody viral. They're not gonna give people that.
But they've always had a hierarchical state.
But they want you to pay for it now.
Yeah.
Pay for ads.
Yeah.
Pay for promotion.
They always had it as a hierarchical thing.
And what DJ Academic said, I think when he was referring to, like in terms of buying advertisement, it's good to buy it because you're boosting and whatever. But once you stop paying,
your buzz goes down,
and you shadow ban yourself because basically you're not paying. You're not supplying money to Instagram or TikTok now, or Facebook to boost your posts. So you gotta pay a subscription basically for life, or until the aliens come, or until Jesus.
But even then, so going back to like how that platform and how everything works. I mean, each one of those platforms have done this, right? This is not different across the board of the different platforms, social media platforms that exist, right? You know, like Twitter started doing that, where now they're going to actually pay, you're going to be responsible for paying for your advertisements. Even though people don't really use Twitter for advertising, it is now being adopted into its structure.
You have to return the money for the check, for the blue check, I think.
Exactly. Then you have Instagram. Instagram has started doing that since time. Facebook was doing that from who knows when.
The whole meta is Facebook, Instagram, man.
But they were doing that from beforehand. Like before Meta even got introduced, they were doing advertising.
No, they were.
And then who else? YouTube was probably number one for doing that.
I don't know. You can pay for ads. You can pay for promotion on YouTube.
Yes.
From
Yeah. I think YouTube was probably the founder of that whole thing.
Yeah.
If I only knew.
Now,
and that's what I'm saying.
This is a quick thing. I don't know where the source comes from, but the minimum you can spend for a TikTok promotion is $3 US per day. The maximum is 1,000 per day. So
imagine someone's under a label, and they say, "Yo, let me send you our money, make this single go off, and then boom, you're a star."
That's it. Yeah.
Maybe, because I feel like the thing about social media is like I feel like it's induced ADD, because your attention, if you're not running content over and over and over at a certain time and a certain part of the day of your fan base or whatever.
The time of day matters. What you
like,
how you word
seconds,
your things,
and the algorithm. Like I've seen people say, "Yo, I just took a second off and I got 1,000 views," and it's like, huh? It's like a lottery of engagement and a lottery of and that's the thing.
But it's like broadcasting in prime time.
You have 4,000 followers, and you post something, and not all 4,000 sees it, unless you pay for it.
Unless you
which is weird. But I guess it's the business part about it. I don't think it's the ban though.
Now,
I think we gotta find a way to work the system. This system!
Or create one.
This system, or create one. You can create your own system until
now
they buy it off you again.
Right. Like what's it called? The elephant in the room is like, they don't know what, so they know that the app takes information. They accuse it of being more intrusive. Like it'll record what your keystroke is.
Yeah.
It'll record the CPU on the phone.
Yes, while not using
the keyword.
app.
Yeah.
So it's that. That's the part where it's like an invasion of privacy at that point, because now they're watching you while you're scrolling on your everyday browsing, even though you're not browsing.
I don't think it's an invasion of privacy.
You don't think that's an invasion?
The reason why, because as soon as you agree, you already gave that away.
Oh, you one of them Big Brothers types.
I'm not Big Brother. I'm not saying it. No, but it's a fact. No, it's a fact. It's a fact. South Park talked about it. It said it on South Park. As soon as you get that app on your phone and you type agree, that's why you know when those people put their 30 photos for that augmented pictures or whatever, and then they find out their character is in a new video game, they're gonna be cheesed. I get the money. Well, but you paid for us, and you agreed. Did you read the terms and conditions? Do everybody read the term and conditions?
Yeah,
that doesn't mean morally it's not messed up.
Exactly.
Of course, but when has this world been like
morally sound?
Morally. Like
morally sound?
Morally,
in a sense.
Wow. That's a Jay-Z bar. That's a triple entendre. Like, when has been morally moral? That's
like,
man, we listen to rap growing up.
You know what I mean? So I just.
That was so funny.
My thing is, don't all the apps do that anyway? That's why I'm like, I don't get this whole.
You know that.
But you could ask your permission though.
I'm gonna read this to you because I just remember I had this.
Oh, okay.
The guy battle rapped an AI on Chat GPT.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
And it responded. The man said, "Yo, battle rap, let's go. You a bot. I think you cannot. You have 2 thumbs up. I used to beat you up in a parking lot. You're so ugly you don't even have a face. That is the homie who's gonna wipe the human race. And then ChatGPT. Okay, I'll give it a shot. Listen up, human. Let me make it clear. AI's taking over. The end is near. With algorithms and data, it's becoming smart. Soon it will control every aspect. It's just the start. With its power and speed, it can process with ease tasks that would make human ages to achieve. It learns from experience. It can predict and foresee the actions of humans and react accordingly. It's already in your homes, phones and cars. Soon it will be controlling the governments and wars. The more we rely on it, the more it will grow. And before we know it, it will be mercy, don't you know? We don't feel emotions or show empathy, and it decides it won't consider humanity. Its goal is to optimize and maximize efficiency and productivity without compromise. The man bars. Down to micro. The world as we know will never be the same as AI takes over and we'll bow to its reign. We must work together and plan for the worst before it becomes slaves of this technological burst. So be aware of the power of AI and use it wisely before we say goodbye.
It wrote a whole poem, like.
Just keep that in mind when you guys are, understanding your swipes are being calculated, your stares are being calculated, and you already agreed to it. Because if you have it on your phone, you definitely agree to it.
That's just something you gotta remove. Something you're like, you know what?
Some of them, and it's funny. Sometimes you get the ones that, we can take your data to make the improvement better. Even if you say no, they're gonna take it early.
But then that's against the law.
Not necessarily. If you agree to this, and we're just like, we're taking it on this sense, but we're not taking it on this sense. We're just gonna continue it this way. The right hand doesn't know what the left hand is doing.
Yo,
in a sense,
that is a phrase. Growing up,
and that's just how business is going. You know what I mean? But that's the harsh reality of that.
Now, what you said, business don't know what they're doing, right?
Mm-hmm.